So good evening everyone, I'm Suraj, and as we all know that we are here to discuss about who created us, whether we created God or God created us. So I don't have done any kind of research on it, but definitely there are so many scholars who have done so many researches.
Plenty of research.
Plenty of research on it, and there is a researcher in India who researched on Hinduism, and I would like to elicit some points in front of you. So there is a concept of Trinity in Hinduism. It is Brahma, Vishnu, and Mahesh. Brahma means creator. Vishnu means
Operator.
protector, and Mahesh, which is the second name of Lord Shiva, is the destroyer. So Brahma created the world. It is said in the Hinduism, and Vishnu, who has been incarnated 10 times, it is said in the Vishnu Puran and different religious books in Hinduism, and destroyer whose name is Shiva. So the researcher says that we human are made of 5 tattvas. There is a concept of panchatattva in Hinduism. So these panchatattva made humans. These panchatattvas are Vayu, wind, Agni, fire, Jal, water, Urja, energy, and Mitti, soil. So these are the things which a human body possesses. So this scholar said that definitely God created us. Definitely we consider God in a statue, whether with a snake or a cow or with different kind of idols. So definitely God created us. I believe in it.
So I totally agree with Suraj. Like if I talk about religions like Islamism and Hinduism and Christianity and Sikhism, they all religions say that universe create God. So in my opinion, yeah,
Universe is created by God.
Yeah. So no, God created a universe. Right.
Yeah, same. I'm using passive voice and you're using active. We both are at the same.
But only human create the structure of God, and I think that God created human.
God is the ultimate creator. He's saying every religion says the same.
And it is said that Homo sapiens are the first human who were intellectual, who were able to do certain things. So at that time there are so many sites in India which we can relate, which archaeologists relate it from that era, approx 7,000 or 14,000 years ago. So there is a site in Mehergarh, there is a site in Jammu and Kashmir in Burjahom where, and there is a site in Maharashtra like Ellora Caves. I think Maharashtra. The Ellora Caves, where we can found the traces of Lord Shiva and Lord Ganesha. So these are the things which says that God's world existed. God were there before humans. So we can say that
We can find those
traces
traces.
that
So he's saying there are some evidence which suggest that there is or there was an existence of God. So let's go to some other people, those who have the same opinion or might be their opinion are different from his. So anybody who has.
So good evening everyone, my name is Sakshi. So I am going to start this. First we have to clear that God exists or not. So we all are talking about ourselves or religion self. But I want to share some incident which scientifically proved
Which has scientifically proven.
which has scientifically proved in 30 years ago, 30 millions, 30 millions, billions years ago, there is one galaxy which find by NASA in 2020, in 2016.
So NASA has discovered that there was an existence of a galaxy or something. You're trying to say that.
Yeah, the name of that GN dash Z11. So it was found.
So what is your
and-
point? What do you want to prove?
Like we all are saying that Brahma, or there are three gods who created this world or this universe, but it's not a fact because we all are here and we all are scientifically proved that it's happened, but it's not proved by any one God. Like God has a human being earlier, and he has some very drastic powers. Because of that, we are saying to him or her God.
Supernatural powers.
Supernatural powers. Because of that, we are saying to them.
So
God.
you are trying to say that earlier in ancient time there were some human, those who had some supernatural powers, and
Yeah.
people started calling them God or godly beings.
Yeah.
So now we worship them because earlier they were quite different from others. They were superhumans.
Yeah, and one more point, like that we are believing that we can't destroy mandir, temples or something else, because God will give us punishment or something else. But in initial time, there is some gurukuls, or there are some
There were.
there were some gurus who write everything, like who write everything in
Who wrote?
who wrote everything in story, that this, and they did because after
After that.
after that anyone religion or anyone person cannot fight with each other because of religion or because of any perceptions. They did every god has every animal, like Lord Shiva has a nag, and Lord Ganesha has mouse, and
But what is your point? Do you think that we all have been created by God, or God
yeah,
is
we created something. We created God.
So you differ from whatever that he has said. You are saying that we have created God.
Yeah.
It is in our imagination. It is something that we started believing in, which was quite godlike or godly structure, or might be a human who had some supernatural powers. So people were amazed or surprised to see those things. So they started worshipping them. That's your point. Anybody wants to refute on that?
First of all, I haven't said anything that gods were in human shape. I just said that there were some powers, Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, creator, operator, and destroyer, and these, from this concept came out one more concept, which was Panchatattva concept. After this concept, you can go scientifically. There are 5 kind of things found in human body.
5 elements.
5 elements which are found in body. So definitely we can say that these things created us.
Yeah, the 5 elements have already been discussed by one of the famous scientists that he named. Yes, mister. You named the scientist? What is the name of that? You were talking about 2 different scientists. The next one. So Carl Sagan has discussed about 5 elements, I think. Yes, I was reading that also. Yes, is there any interesting thing that you want to share? After
Definitely I can, like, people often think that there are so many gods in different religions, but openly in their religious books it is mentioned that these are not gods, these are messengers of God. They haven't themselves told anybody that they are God. But in Hinduism, there are so many evidences in the Bhagavad Gita, in the Vishnu Puran, in the Shiva Puran. There are so many Upanishads where it is said that these are God. We can clearly say, and there are so many evidences that recently IIT Indian Institute of Technology. I'm not able to recall which IIT, but IIT has discovered in Gujarat that there used to be a Vasuki, the biggest snake in the on the earth. So we can say that from these traces we can say that definitely there used to be God. These are big mammals on the earth.
Mammals? Okay. Yes. What about others? You want to say something?
Good
Yes.
evening, everyone. And I have added one more point for this topic. Some God created by human, like a dummy gods, like a Sai Baba. He is the only man. He said.
So you are saying Sai Baba is a creation of human mind.
Yes.
Might be that there was somebody called Sai Baba, but so do you think that Sai Baba is the incarnation of any god? Incarnation, somebody who takes human shape or birth. What do you want to say about Sai Baba?
I think that people are worshipping in him. It is their, you can say, it is their Shraddha and Saburi. But
Shraddha Saburi. Okay.
He said always sabka malik ek, and everyone.
But our topic is not Sai Baba or any Babas. Our topic is who has created what or who has created who. Have we created God somewhere? As she said, it is a creation of human mind. But on the other hand, he has said, yes.
About demigod. So I can take a leap out of his
Her
viewpoint that definitely God created us, but we created demigods. There are so many demigods which are being worshipped in a huge number. Like people are loving to go different places. They are not loving or they don't like to visit the real temples. There is a Kailash temple. Nobody knows the history of it. But there are so many demigods. I don't want to name anybody, but there are. We created demigods. We didn't create any god. That's what I would say.
So what I think it is a human-made concept, because if I talk about Sai Baba also, so people earlier used to believe in Sai Baba. So after some time when something happened, so everyone changed their mind and started defaming Sai Baba that this is not God. Started defaming Sai Baba that this is not God. And if I talk about the recent Christopher, who is the philosopher, so he said that about that we created religion as a concept to
Christopher Hatchkin. Something.
He said that we created the religion and this kind of things to control the world or something. So I think it was our first attempt to do that. And if I talk about there is a book like man made God. Like what is? I am not able to recall its name. So that is written there that a man started dreaming something that I can bowl fast at speed of 150 kilometers or something. So some fool started believing it that yeah, he can. But some intelligent people were still doubting and still wanted a proof. But if I talk about some fools, so they started believing it and they shared this kind of things with their children. And their children started believing this that yeah, he can fast bowling at like 150 kilometers. Same with us. So whatever our parents told us that these are gods, this is Krishna, this is Shiva. So they created us. Still that happened with us that we started believing in it.
First of all, I don't think that we should believe blindly somebody's approach. Whatever the name of the scholar you take, like there is a very beautiful quote, whatever you see is your perspective, whatever you do is your approach. So everybody has different kind of perspective, and as you said that there are so many fools who accepted from their ancestors that there isn't kind of any.
But don't you think that if some people believe in something, So they start looking for only that particular evidence where people say that yes, their belief is quite right.
There is
But if someone is antagonistic or someone is iconoclast or someone who doesn't believe in God, so that person looks for that material that can like prove that there is no existence of God. So rather than just being selective, because selectivity will take you to one particular aspect of that thing. So we should drop those spectacles of selectivity when we are reading something, which should be given a holistic approach. Where I'm reading that whether there is any God or not, so I should see both the angles. So are you saying this because you have gone through both those things, or you might have a belief that I don't believe in God, so it means you are looking for something which can prove your point that there is no God. So what do you really think?
Like first I want to say that like we all know that we are believing blindly. So there was one
But what do you
movie-
mean by blind belief?
like I am saying just like one movie is PK when he put a stone and he
But do you
put
think
the-
that by watching a particular movie like PK or something, that is going to make people believe, or that is going to make people give some kind of logical conclusion that there is no existence of God? Even Amir Khan himself believes in God.
yeah,
He goes
that was
for
God.
Hajj or on.
So like I'm saying that if we are not believing on God
In God.
in God, so there are many perspectives